The distributive property. Writing expressions to represent real-world situations. A. It costs Margot a processing fee of $3 to rent a storage unit, plus $17 per month to keep her belongings in the unit. Write an expression to represent how much Margot will have to pay per month. And I'm going to ask you to please cross out per month. We're figuring out how much Margot will have to pay overall. And I'm going to say let M represent month. So you don't need to write out all those words, let M represent month. You can just draw an arrow for now. That's my fault for not proofreading before I printed out your assignment. So let's start by looking at the important pieces of information. Margot pays a processing fee of $3. So that means that one time she pays $3, and then after that she doesn't have to pay that $3 amount again. But she does pay $17 per month. So after 1 month, $17, 2 months, $34, etc. Our job right now is just to write an expression. And we're representing how much Margot will have to pay overall. So let's take a look at this. We know that one time Margot had to pay $3. And then after that, each month she paid $17. So we'll take 17 times the number of months, gives us 17M. So 3 plus 17M. You could have also written 17M plus 3. Let's take a look at B. Her friend Carissa wants to store a box of her belongings in Margot's storage unit and tells her that she will pay $1 toward the processing fee and $3 for every month that she keeps the box in storage. Write an expression to represent how much Carissa will have to pay Margot each month. Please pause the video right now, use A as an example, and try to answer B. All right, so you should have an answer written down for B. Let's take a look at the important pieces of information. We know that Carissa's paying $1 toward the processing fee. So one time she's paying Margot $1. And then $3 for every month that she keeps the box in the storage unit. So that means that Carissa is paying $1 plus $3 per month, or 3M plus 1. Either one of those expressions is fine. Part C, write an expression in standard form that represents how much Margot will have to pay for the storage unit if Carissa contributes. So right now we're writing an expression. It's describing how much Margot will have to pay for the storage unit if Carissa contributes. So Margot originally was paying 17M plus 3. But now she doesn't have to pay for 3M plus 1, so we're going to subtract that. There's a better way of saying that, though, because really what we're saying there is that we're taking 17M plus 3, and then we're subtracting everything in that second set of parentheses. So minus 3M minus 1. If I regroup that, or in other words, if I use the commutative property, first I should think of it as, instead of minus 3M and minus 1, plus negative 3M and plus negative 1. That gives me 17M plus negative 3M plus 3 plus negative 1. And I can group those together. Looking at my like terms, that gives me 14M plus 2. Part D, if Margot pays by herself, how much will the storage unit cost after 6 months? Well, looking back at Part A, I can recall that Margot paying by herself is represented by the expression 17M plus 3. If we're looking at 6 months and how much the storage unit costs, that means we're going to let M equal 6. So M is 6. I'm taking 17 times M, which is 6, plus 3. Let's think. 17 times 6. 17 is 10 plus 7. 10 times 6 is 60. 7 times 6 is 42. When I add those together, I get 102. So it's going to cost Margot $102 for the monthly fee. Plus $3 is $105 total. Part E. If Carissa helps, how much will Margot end up paying after 6 months? So for that, we know that we can use our expression from Part C, because that's how much Margot pays when Carissa helps. So 14m plus 2. Once again, we know that Carissa is helping. We're looking at 6 months, and we want to know how much Margot will end up paying. So m is 6, and I'll plug in and evaluate just like I did for Part D. 14 times 6 plus 2. Well, 14 is 10 plus 4. 10 times 6 is 60, plus 4 times 6 is 24. That gives me a total of 84. So I'm looking at 84 plus 2, which is $86. Margot will end up paying $86 if her friend Carissa helps.